Hello, my name is Mark. Welcome to Mark Thought About It. Well, I wanted to let it be known that I am not only a huge sports fan, but I love women's sports. And I especially love the WNBA. And I have been watching that league since it had its beginnings with players like Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie, Teresa Witherspoon, and come later on, we had players along the lines of Tamika Catchings, Maya Moore, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. I can just keep naming players. Up till now, where we have our players like Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, we got Nafisa Collier, Jackie Young. And I named those players, all of them, for a reason because in my mind, of all the years that I've watched the WNBA, I believe that there is one player who's possibly the most underrated player in the history of this league. And when I say that, I'm speaking about Arike Agumawale. And her resume is damn amazing. It is a shock to me how much she continues to be overlooked. And when I first caught wind of her, I remember her playing for the University of Notre Dame. And I remember in 2018, and it was her junior year, and she hit the game winning shot in the Final Four. And that was enough that's amazing to get you to the championship. But come to the championship, she hit the game winning shot in the championship as well. And she was end up being named to the most outstanding player during that tournament. Now, the next year, 2019, she and her team ended up going to the championships again, but they ended up being defeated by Baylor. Then she ended up going pro, getting drafted in 2019 by the Dallas Wings in the WNBA, and she was the number 5 pick overall. In her rookie season, she was third in the league in scoring at 19 points a game. She was also named All Rookie Team, and she ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting to Nafisa Collier. But for me, even at the beginning stages of her career in the WNBA, I feel like she was always been overlooked. And why I say that is you look at what I just stated. Nafisa Collier was the rookie of the year. She had scored 13 points a game, 7 rebounds a game for her team. Orike finished with 19 points a game, 2.4 rebounds a game. She didn't win the rookie of the year. Okay, I couldn't look at it anything. She was second. Okay. Then 21, she scored 18.7 points a game, which listed her as fifth in the league. But she was also the third highest scorer in the league in points. The reason why I bring that year up was that was the year when the Olympics team was done in 2021. But she was not selected to the Olympic team. And that really surprised me and shocked me. So what ended up happening was the WNBA, all of the players that were selected to the United States women's Olympic team basically came from the WNBA, with some players going to other countries in the Olympics. But the United States Olympic team ended up playing who was left over in the WNBA in the All Star game. And when they did so, the WNBA All Stars beat the United States Olympic team and being led by Arike. and she scored 26 points in that All-Star game, and she was named the most valuable player of that game. To make sure that you understand what I mean about how terrible this is, that was 2021. Come 2024, Olympics came around again. Arik once again not named on the Olympic team, and the same scenario came about. The leftover players who was the best from the WNBA played the U.S. Olympic team, and it was stated that this Olympic team could probably be the best collection of women basketball players ever. But when they played against that WNBA team and Enrique in general, they got blowed out. The WNBA ran away with the game, and Enrique set a WNBA All-Star record by scoring 34 points and once again winning the MVP of the All-Star game. We had a lot of know-nothing, Johnny-come-lately fans that was screaming to the top of their lungs, I can't believe they didn't put Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team. All the while, those of us that know sports, especially those of us that knows WNBA, it's like, I can't believe Enrique was once again left up off the Olympic team. Two different scenarios when you hear the arguments, if you understand the game of sports and if you understand the WNBA. Enrique, in my opinion, has been totally disrespected from the time she's been in the league. And I don't know the answer why. I can't answer that question for you. I'm making a statement. I feel like when it comes down to it, she's never got the quality of conversation about MVP voting. As you see, she didn't get the conversation in rookie. As you can see, she didn't get the conversation when it came to the Olympic team. Enrique comes from a very talented family. Her mother played softball at DePaul University in Chicago. Her brother Dare is a running back in the National Football League for the Houston Texans. So her bloodline is solid and set as well. Now, when you look at the total of her WNBA career, she has averaged over 20 points in her WNBA career. So it's no one season thing or just doing an Olympic season thing. Don't get that wrong. Don't get that twisted. So I'm just asking, when somebody say asking for a friend, that's me. I'm asking for a friend. How is Enrique Agumwale always the one getting overlooked when she has that much talent and she does as much as she does? I'm going to do a little flashback here, just in the sake of you understanding where I'm coming from. I remember when she came out of college, she hadn't either just made it to the pros or she had just made it to the pros. And she was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and they were showing her with her fantastic shots in college. And she explained just how much of a Kobe Bryant fan that she was, that she emulated her game after Kobe Bryant. Loved Kobe so much that she named her dog Kobe. I remember where Ellen DeGeneres surprised her in a shock and brought Kobe Bryant out to be out there with her. That was amazing to me. I was so happy to see that and to have Kobe speak to her and talk that Mamba mentality about her because she displays that. Those big time shots are not for everybody. And the fact is, when she goes about her business, there's not too many people in the league that I can compare her to. Now, let me state this. I'm not about to question Aja Wilson's MVP years. I'm not about to question Breanna Stewart's MVP years. I'm not about to question those stars that are in the league. I'm only stating Enrique is being overlooked. I'm not going to do a tit for tat of attacking those to elevate her. That's not what I do. I feel like it's up to me as a sports fan who's seeing things that you all don't see. And like I say, I love to educate and to elevate. This is the reason why I'm bringing this up. So I'm about to close this out just like this. Enrique, I got you. Enrique, I see you. Enrique, I want you to get that MVP next year. Prove me right. Let's get this said and done. So if there's anybody out there who's just become a WNBA fan, hadn't watched before, or didn't pay attention, the Dallas Wings has a player by the name of Enrique. She's amazing. And I cannot wait for next year's NBA season to take off and be just as good as this year. I'm going to close this out. Thank you once again for supporting the show. I hope that you all were entertained. And if you have anything that you feel like that you want me to talk about, if you will, I hope that you give me some likes and share some comments with me. I love getting into the comments with you. And other than that, I hope you have a most wonderful day and take care. Bye bye.